Welcome everyone to the Babineaux Real Estate Show. I'm David Babineaux, and I'm here with Mr. Game Changer, Mr. Mack Humphrey, man. Welcome back,
And it's
man.
cool. We got new digs. We're hanging out in a new office and just
Yeah,
having some
you know
fun
that
today.
they kind of remodeled our office, making it look all cute and everything.
Yeah, coming into your world, man.
Yeah.
It's all good. What are we gonna talk about today?
Man, let's reflect.
Reflect.
2022. Let's reflect. Let's
Oh
let's just
yes.
tell our audience what happened in 2022 because we know that it was volatile, which is an understatement. It was very volatile. It's a tough market, but I've been around here for 17, 18 years. I don't know. I've been in the game so long. I've seen the changes. I've seen what happened. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about that game, and then I'm gonna let you lead in on what's happened. So the start of 2022. Let's start with that. I mean, the market was going great, man. To April, March, everything was going just like it normally goes. People fighting for homes, everything that's happened. Then,
Boom.
boom.
Talk about the
So
boom.
we kind of maxed out in that April, March, boom, and then it's like, hey man, people start saying, man, I'm paying a lot of money, but they were still paying lot of money coming up in April. So what happened was, which the media is talking about, a lot of negative home equity. That's was what happened in 2022 because a lot of people when they was buying was going 50,000 above price, 100,000 above price, 25, 30,000, and then guess what happens? Which you know,
Well, I think too, like what you're saying with that movement we're talking about, it wasn't necessarily like back in 2008 where we had negative, true negative equity,
right,
but we were in a space of a slowing pace, so we weren't appreciating at the clip of 20, 21%, 22%. We were,
right,
we started dropping down to those 16s and stuff like that.
yeah, you start noticing. I mean, it could not always be, man. My house went up 18% this year. My house went up another 20% the next year. It had to stop. And real estate market always been good to everybody.
Yeah.
But the media will tell you. I mean, you get with the media, and I'm not part of the media. I'm just a guy here,
Yeah.
sitting with my boy. We're doing a real estate show.
Right, right.
But it's not when you buy a home. It's not for 1 year.
No.
It's not what's reflecting on 1 year. When you have a home, I'm planning on staying in a home, building a family, doing the things. I mean, a lot of people, the Gen Zs and the millenniums, have made it where they get in a home 2 3 years, take their equity out, boom, move, and blah blah blah. But I'm an old school guy. I mean, I'm still in my home. I'm old school. I still have my house. Obviously, I bought it a while back ago. Done, equity. We got to have equity. But most of the time, when you buy a home, you plan on staying at home. That's what it is. I'm buying a home. I plan on staying in the home, and minimum most of the time you stay at least 5 to 7 years.
Right, right.
And during that time frame, we always talk about ROI, return on investment.
Right.
You usually your investment, no matter what, it's always been a great investment getting into real estate, right?
I just think that what we really have come into, like what you said, is we came from a place of you buy a home and you stay there, and you're lucky if you keep gaining equity. It's a long term play, like
Yes,
Monopoly.
absolutely.
And if you know the game, you're going to start making moves on it. You can use that equity, start buying another house and doing this and that. But lately, over the past 5 to 7 years, we've been in a space of microwave society because we've given to
Yes,
that, right?
yes,
And then
yes,
so we had
yes.
these really low rates, all this appreciation. So everybody thought that was normal. It doesn't take much for human beings to start thinking that things are normal, right?
Right.
So the society we've lived in has not been normal, guys. And we just have to remember that 2022, 2021, they weren't normal. We had some very abnormal things that went on, COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, COVID. People don't understand. COVID was a big thing.
Yeah.
The market dropped. You had some interest rate below 3%, some going down all the way to 2%. So people was flooding the market, buying up everything. But normalcy from when me and you go, I remember it was, see, I'm reflecting on how long I've been in business. I remember it was 8-9%. That's how long I've been in business, 8-9%. And I've seen it prior to COVID get down, prior to COVID, to 4.25, even 4% at the lowest I've seen. Yeah. And I've seen it in the five. Mainly, it was in the fives. Yeah. You know, 5%. If you had great credit, you get a 4.75, 4.5. That's kind of the.
That's we have to get people back to thinking that's
right,
okay. You know,
right.
That's okay. Now, obviously, like you said earlier, home prices have gone up, and we have to be cognizant of that and understand that. Hey, home prices have gone up. Maybe that $800,000 house that you could have got into maybe with a 3% interest rate.
Right.
You may not be able to get into it with a 5%, but there are some, again, plug for the lending industry. There's a lot of things out there. So come from a place of yes, that there may be a way for you to still get into that place. Right. But I think you're right. Our thought process is when people are sitting down with you, when they're sitting down with me, I think we now need to educate a little bit more because going forward we will get into this later, but going forward into 2023, I think it's a year of education. Yeah. It's a year of re-educating to what really needs to happen, what needs to go on. Now you're gonna get into some of the facts of 2022. Yeah.
2022. Understand. March, April, we really starting to max out, and then came all the way to June, July. We still had a lot of people still buying, still going over price, and then all of a sudden, boom! Look like from June, July, and up, the market just starts slowing down. Why? Oh, the interest rates started going up, and the interest
and they went up fast. They went up at a clip of like every couple of weeks. Yes. We saw about 1/4%. We've never seen that fast of a rise.
Never.
Well, nobody was ready for that.
Never. So when it goes up that high, and then just think of it. I had a client that was at 500,000. Yeah, I mean they already had a new bill ready to go, was on the list, waited since September. Not a new race in that they only can get a home for $350,000.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
$150,000 change.
$150,000 change. Guess what? Not can you get a $100,000? You can, but it's not nothing you want to live in.
It took you from a place of buying a house to buying a condo in Colorado.
And not only that, the new bill said that house is not worth $650,000. So it was kind of crazy, and then 2022 is very violent. Then all of a sudden, guess what? Now you tell them it's up here. Now you asking the seller saying, okay, I sell my house and get the equity because I've been in there forever. But where did I move to? I still love Colorado. I still want to stay in Colorado. So and the interest rates are high, so I don't want to sell, even though, boom. But what I always tell people, now if you want to get to that area that you want to get to in 2022, you want to get in that location which was almost off limits, this is the time to do it. Right? But I don't know. I mean, 2022 is very volatile. It's a lot of change, man. But it's how you handle it with your client. Now, guess what? I'm going into 2023 and last part of 2022. Guess who's calling me? All my investors.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, they calling me every day. Boom, boom, boom. David, find me something to fix up. Find me. I don't care if it's burnt down. Blah blah blah. Find me something to fix up. The investors are starting to come back out there, and they're coming in low. Why? Because they got cash. Yeah. They have cash. The market's and sellers are not as sellers are pretty demanding, man. Some of them, I ain't fixing nothing. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't giving you no concession. Now people are
doing that.
People are giving concession. People are willing to give you that discount rate. Yeah. People are willing to move. And guess what happened now? Days on market went up.
Yeah.
With the sellers.
Which for buyers is a good thing.
Check this out. I pulled it up today. The number of active listings in Denver, a single family home is 549.
Yeah. Okay.
376 of them are under contract.
I need to take notes.
Yeah, 376 is under contract. And the last 35 days, 376 have closed. Last 35 days. I saw kind of get a reflection. So in those last 35 days, it shows kind of, the days on market when on the regular active listing was 78 days. But in the last 30 days, 35 days, guess what? 38 days on market.
I said that's not bad,
Well,
It's not
I
really
mean,
bad.
and I go six back when I do the active market, and I do 6 months.
Right.
So in the 6 months, the last single family home, I'm talking about 5 million to 10 million, all the way down to 250,000.
Yeah.
78 days. So now the market has gone up a little bit. So what that mean? When we start looking at days on market and they start going up, well, we're getting closer to that buyers. That buyer's market.
But also, though, too, I think we have to look at too. We are at that buyer's market. I think it's there. It's here.
Right.
It is here. I think those folks don't be scared of interest rates right now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
No matter what, I don't want you to be scared of interest rates,
Right.
because what we have to say here is, don't be scared. And I'm gonna tell you why you shouldn't be scared. Okay, is if you're getting a place for less right now, even if you take a higher interest rate right now, interest rates are moving down. We are coming back because the government has done something really cool. Is they've gotten a handle on inflation. Once they get a handle on inflation, we see interest rates go down. So say even worst case scenario, let's just say you took a 7% interest rate, but you bought the house $50,000, $100,000 less than it would have been last year. Are you winning? You are winning because you date the rate, you marry the house. Okay, so we can look at it from that way. But for these first-time home buyers, it's a blessing because we're not in a space where they're having to come in $50,000 over, plus have 20 people trying to get that same house.
Right.
Now they have opportunity. However, I do see one thing that we have to make sure that I'm educating people to as well, is that there's a window of opportunity, okay? And it's for probably the next 6 months or so. And then it's going to get heated because if we don't have a lot of inventory, rates go down, what do you think is going to happen? Markets start to heat up again.
Like I tell people, it's 3 million people in the Denver metro area, 2.8, roughly around there. We got 549 active lists just in Denver. Just think about that.
Yeah.
So when the interest rates start going down, guess what people are going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to run out there to try to buy up these houses.
Not to mention when the sun comes out. This is Colorado, right? Everybody stays inside when it's cold. So, the sun comes out in the springtime.
Yes. I'm just saying that it's there.
It's there. 2023.
It's there.
2023 I'm excited about because I think it's the year of opportunity. I think 2022 is a year of learning. Those who came through it got to see a lot, learn a lot. But don't go put your head in the sand. Get together with somebody like yourself, somebody that's coming from an advisory role, somebody that cares about you just a little bit more than a number or getting you into a house. Because right now, it's going to be more than just getting you into a house. Right. It's going to come down to some planning. It's going to come down to what is your trajectory of buying a house, not just getting into it. Yes, you should be looking some long term because we're appreciating now with like 5, 6, 7. No, we're probably more than that.
Man,
so
the dream of home ownership is real, man.
It's unbelievable. It can save you.
Help college.
Yeah.
Help get you out of debt sometime.
It's proven to help kids have stability.
Stability with family.
Mental health.
That's reality, man.
That's the reality side of it.
I always push home ownership. I mean, you can't get no better than that. And this guy, I know he's a little bit humble, but he's a great mortgage guy that cares about the clients. There's very few of them out there really care. They just drop about that money hungry. But there's very few of them out there that care. But guess what, guys? I'm going to leave you with this. Denver is the 6th fastest growing city in the United States. Okay, so what that mean? People still moving here.
Still, continue. They will continue.
And they're expecting eventually we have too many people moving here. So guess what? Chances are prices gonna get what? They're gonna probably go up.
Yeah, continue.
And it's not like down in the south. I know we getting long down the south. You get the houses low, but they pretty much stay low.
Yeah.
You're not getting that equity. You're not getting that long term equity.
Colorado's like California now.
Yeah.
Okay? We've been put on the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
When people before, at least me, because I'm from California, I'm a California kid. I've been here about the same amount of 20 years. But coming from California, when you look at the news about Colorado, what do they show you? Breckenridge, the snow, and you think all it is freezing snow here. Well, now people have come here and realized that it's beautiful. We have more sunny days.
We have seasons.
Yeah, and we have seasons.
We have seasons.
Yeah. So get the best of both worlds.
Yes.
So I think what you're saying is, if you're out here and you've thought about home ownership, stop thinking. I'm going to tell you, you might be looking out the window, seeing all your friends soar by that have bought homes and last year or whatever. You're like, well, maybe I missed the boat and I should have got on. You see them and they're talking to you about how much equity they gain. And you look at them and you go, oh, well, right. You're watching them soar. Stop watching them soar. The reason why they're soaring is because they jumped. At one point in time, they had to take the opportunity to jump. So I tell you this from a person who I do really care about you, and we'll talk more about all the different lending opportunities there are out there that you may not know about. But you got to jump. In order to fly and spread your wings, you have to jump. You can't do it from the perch.
Sometimes it's just making that call, man. Find out, hey, man, this is what my situation is. And if you talk to Matt, he'll tell you what your situation is. And guess what? They got DPAs, down payment assistance program. They got people giving out free money so you can just get in the door. And if you got a good realtor, he's going to try to get money from Red Now since the change of the buyer market to help you with the down payment. So it's options, guys, there. Make the call. So, I know we're getting kind of long-winded, but this is the first year, 2022 to 23. We're breaking it out. We want everybody to have home ownership for the rest of the year. Just come talk to us. We'll get you taken care of. So why don't you give me your information?
Mack Humphrey, Game Changers. I almost forgot my name. Game Changers Lending CNA, powered by Edge Home Finance. And you can reach me 720-771-1308. I'm going to make it even easier this year. Go to my website. It's just mackhumphrey.com. That's easy.
Yep.
MackHumphrey.com.
All right, the game changer. My name is David Babineaux, Caldwell Baker Realty. Phone number is 303-903-0395. My website, myhomeincolorado. See, myhomeincolorado.com. See, on my website, myhomeincolorado.com. # the real estate band 247. Have a blessed day, everyone.